Good. Yo for I, tú for you, singular, and informal. Why? Because usted means also you, but usted is the formal you. Okay? Él for he, ella for she. Okay? Why did I put usted together with él and ella? Actually, usted means usted means you, formal, and él, ella means he and she respectively. The thing is, usted, the formal you, is conjugated the same as he, she. Okay? Therefore, when we learn how to conjugate verbs, we will place usted together with he and she because they conjugate, they have the same conjugation always, exactly always. Okay? Okay, nosotros for we, right? And nosotras for we when the we is a group of women. Okay? So it's the feminine we. Okay? So for a mixed or just male group of people, we is nosotros, and for just female is nosotras. Okay? Okay, for plural you, so for you all, we have vosotros. Okay? Vosotros is informal, right? Is the one we would use more often. And ustedes is you all, but formal when addressing a group, a board of directors, for example. However, vosotros, this distinction is only in Spain. It's the Kingdom of Spain, or the country Spain in Europe, right, is the only place where they use vosotros. In all of Latin America, right, where the most of the Spanish-speaking population is located, and a few parts of Spain as well, vosotros is not used whatsoever. Only ustedes is used for meaning you all, so the plural you, right? Therefore, ustedes is used both for formal and informal. Okay, so no matter if you're addressing a group of friends, a group of relatives, a group of children, a group of directors of a board, or CEOs, or politicians, senators, presidents, whatever, everybody will be addressed as ustedes, for you all. Okay, in Latin America. In Spain, let me repeat again, vosotros would be the informal and ustedes would be the formal. Okay? The thing is, vosotros has a unique verbal conjugation. Okay? So if you will use vosotros for addressing somebody, you have to learn how to conjugate the verb for vosotros. However, ustedes uses the same verbal conjugation as ellos or ellas, which means they. Okay? So ellos is they for a male group of people, or even for a mixed group of people formed of male and female, men and women. Okay? Ellos. And if the group is formed just of women, it is ellas, the feminine. Okay? That's because the male form is also used as a generic. Okay, so if you have a mixed group with men and women, you would default to the male way of addressing. Okay, the ellos, same as with nosotros. Okay, so linguistically speaking, remember that masculine form is by default the generic way of addressing. Same thing, if you do not know the gender of a group of people, you default to the masculine form of addressing that group. Okay? ellos, nosotros, or any other way. Okay? Okay, now let me read this one more time fast. Yo, tú, él, ella, usted, nosotros, or nosotras, vosotros, or vosotras, ustedes, and ellos or ellas. Let me add vosotras as well, because you all in the Spanish from Spain way also has a feminine. Okay? So if you're addressing a group of women, you would say vosotras. A group of men or mixed group, vosotros. Okay? Good. Now let me remind you that in Argentina and in Uruguay, those two countries in Latin America, the Y and the double L, instead of being pronounced y, okay, is pronounced like the English SH, sh. So this would be pronounced sho, okay? Sho in Argentina and in Uruguay, and yo in all the other Spanish-speaking countries, okay? Good. So I want to remind you again that él, ella means he and she, and usted is not it, right? There is no it in Spanish. Usted, this pronoun means you, okay? Same as tú, only that tú is informal, usted is formal. And I put usted together with he and she because the conjugation for usted is like the same as the conjugation for he and she, which differs from the conjugation of tú, okay? English has a very simple grammar because in the tenses are exactly the same for all the subjects, for all the personal pronouns, right? Except for this one, third person in the singular. For the present tense, it adds a letter S, okay? The thing is, in Spanish, the conjugations are all different, so that makes it a little bit more complicated as for grammar, okay? Good. And when do we use tú and when do we use usted, right? So, tú is informal and we would use it most of the times with friends, with co-workers that we are well acquainted with relatives, with children, right? So if we will address children or somebody that is much younger than us, unless we want to mark a distance, like saying, don't get very acquainted with me, don't feel comfortable with me, don't feel at ease, then we address those people as usted, right? But if not, we would use tú, okay? And we would use usted for addressing elderly people with respect sometimes, okay? If it's our grandfather, grandmother, then we use the tú most of the cases, okay? If we go shopping and we will address the salesman, a salesperson, anybody that we are not acquainted with in the street or at a shop, okay, we will address those people formally, usted, okay? And also for people that are hierarchically higher than us, right? Our boss, unless we are very acquainted already, a board of directors, politicians, Mr. President, okay? And of course, in the army or whatever is military, we always use the usted for a higher hierarchy, okay? So, tú and usted mean the same thing, but this one is informal and this one is formal, okay? Same as vosotros and ustedes mean the same thing, but this one is informal and this one is formal. And remember, this one is not used in Latin America, because in Latin America we use ustedes both for formal and informal. So, thanks for watching, and I'll give you some examples and some more insight on Spanish grammar in our next class. Goodbye.